Hello everybody, my name is Eric D. Johnson, also known as BrightShine, right here in the city of Memphis in the county of Shelby, state of Tennessee. Today's date is early Monday morning, November 11, 2019. The time 5:14 a.m. First, I thank all my family, my support for your continued encouragement support. I just ended my Instagram video, and now I'm do my Facebook live video. Like I said, today's video will be dated November 11, 2019, part 1 and part 2. Hello everybody, my name is Eric D. Johnson, also known as BrightShine, right here in the city of Memphis in the county of Shelby, state of Tennessee. Today's date is early Monday morning, November 11, 2019. The time 5:15 a.m. First, I thank all my family, my support for your continued encouragement support. Anti-gang. Now these are just a few of the free logo design websites that you can go to make anti-gang logo. Remember these words: coercion, coerce, sexual coercion, psychological coercion, psychological manipulation, psychological abuse. Now I'm gonna be moving. At the very beginning, I got my YouTube channel recording. I want everybody to just watch my Facebook Live. At the beginning of my YouTube channel, I started talking about Saul from Tarsus, the self-proclaimed Apostle Paul, and the lies that he had told. You understand? The lies that he told. And so, at the beginning of my YouTube, like I said, at the beginning of my YouTube channel, we talk about the lies that Saul from Tarsus, self-proclaimed apostle, and also the maps about all this stuff talking about some Islam and all this stuff talking about some black Hebrew Israelite. All this is a bunch of lies. You just lying. There's no such thing as no black Hebrew Israelite. There's no such thing as anti-submission of the will of God and Muslim. That's Islam and Muslim talking about one who is tired of submitting their will to the will of God. No such thing. Them ancient Afro-Asiatic people in the past, that's where it came from. When you read your Old Testament, people talking about they was talking about some other God. That's where it came from. That's where it came from. So while you watching the YouTube video, I'm gonna be saying some things. I'm gonna be talking about because I'm trying to save time. So if you hear me talking, it ain't nothing that I ain't said before. What I'm trying to do, trying to save time, like about the sorority and the fraternity, and about the anti-gang, the U.S. government, and all that. It's just something I always do, but I'm trying to save time. So while you watching the video, you will hear me, and that's what I'll be doing. So at the end, I won't have to do all that. Now, Harvard University is the oldest institution of higher learning in the United States, founded March 13, 1639, Cambridge, Massachusetts. And William and Mary College, Williamsburg, Virginia, founded February 8, 1693, second oldest institution of higher learning in the United States of America. Phi Beta Kappa Society, founded December 5, 1776. The College of William and Mary is recognized as the first Greek letter school society in North America. Alpha Delta Pi first sorority founded in 1851, West Lane College, Macon, Georgia, and also the first organization to adopt the word sorority was Gamma Phi Beta, established on November 11, 1874. In Syracuse University in Syracuse, New York, and then the first women's fraternity, DuPont College, at 18-something. Now that's the basis of the sorority and fraternity. The basis of the sorority and fraternity is the old world secret society from Africa and from Asia and from Europe, such as the Eastern Stars and the Freemasons. They talk about Euclid, the mathematician, did in Alexandria, Egypt, 1390, 1425, gets in the Holloway manuscript, the Reed's Born, the Cook manuscript. Now the Dowling manuscript published by, and in the Dowling manuscript, now examples of the old world secret society, Skull and Bone, Rosicrucian, the Son of the Living Thug, Silent Prime, Sion, Order of Templari, and the Knights of the Golden Eagle, the Woodman, the Ancient Arabic Order of the Nose of the Mystic Shrine, the Proof Order of Raymond, the P.O. Sisterhood, the Eastern Star of Freemason, the Elks, the Lord Order of Moose, the Bilderberg Group, the Ku Klux Klan, the Knights of Bethesda, Knights of Columbus, the Illuminati, the Foresters Society, Hermetic Order of the Golden Dawn, the Mystic Order of the Veil, Prophets of the Enchanted Realm, the United Order of the Golden Cross, United Ancient Order of Druids, National Grain, the Ancient Order, Herbert Names, the Opus Dei, the Knights Templar, the Scottish Rite. There's just a few, there's some more. The Spanish Guardian, the Carbonary, the Black Hand. You say Mafia, this Afro-Asiatic. You say Cosa Nostra, this Latin. The Triad, the Yakas, the Osiris. All this stuff about street slang. But don't let the sorority fraternity mislead you. Now when it comes to street slang, you know, gang and mob and stir. William Webster's Third New International Dictionary, Oxford English Dictionary, boss, goon, thug, Greek, crook, hooligan, Mac, player, pimp, whore, hustler, nigga, field nigga, house nigga. Street slang. When it comes to music, street slang and music. When it comes to street slang and music, hip and hop, rock and roll, swing, groove, jazz, blues, funk, doo, wop, bebop. When it comes to street slang and money, currency exchange, we can go to Wikipedia, quick reference. Find bucks, rack, stack, bands, Benjamins, bread, dough, scratch, loop, moolah, Benjamin, dead presidents, all street slang. Don't let that sorority and fraternity mislead you. And so, all those who started them sorority and fraternity in them old world secret society renounced them and denounced the whole concept of sorority and fraternity and them old world secret society from Africa, from Asia, from Europe. And you know, the United States government, hazing is a crime. Hazing is a crime. And the sorority fraternity use hazing in the initiation ritual. The sorority fraternity, they commit crimes on and off the campus. They use and abuse tobacco products. They indulge in gambling and games of chance. They use and abuse alcohol and drugs. They indulge in immoral activities. They indulge in sexual deviance. Let the pride don't let the sorority fraternity mislead you. The sorority fraternity, they work and they manage the business, the companies, the corporation. They use and misuse the background check. They commit crimes against humanity, atrocity, violation of human rights and civil rights, inhumanity, genocide, and ethnic cleansing, all forms of discrimination and harassment. They pollute the air, ground, water, and noise pollution. Also, they destroy the environment, nature, and wildlife. Don't be misled by the sorority and fraternity, them old world secret society from Africa, from Asia, from Europe, like they trying to do what's right. No, they're not. They trying to promote devil worship. And there's no such thing as Satanism and devil worship. It's a lie. The United States government acted the Organized Crime Control Act of 1970. In Title 9 of the Organized Crime Control Act of 1970, the Racketeering, Influence, and Corrupt Organization Act, the RICO Act, is anti-gang. The Comprehensive Drug Abuse Prevention and Control Act of 1970, Control Substance Act, the Psychotropic Substance Act, the Continuing Criminal Enterprise Statute, Kingpin Statute, is all anti-gang. The Juvenile Justice and Legal Prevention Act of 1974 established the Office of Juvenile Justice and Legal Prevention, as well as other related legislation. The Comprehensive Anti-Gang Mission Office of Juvenile Justice and Legal Prevention, and the Comprehensive Gang Model Office of Juvenile Justice and Legal Prevention. The Bureau of Justice Assistance, Office of Justice Program, the United States Department of Justice. The Office of Justice Program, Bureau of Justice Assistance, United States Department of Justice. Comprehensive Anti-Gang Initiative in the Project Safe Neighborhood. The United States Department of Justice, Office of Community-Oriented Police to serve the Comprehensive Anti-Gang Initiative. The Office of Juvenile Justice and Legal Prevention, the United States Department of Justice, Office of Justice Program, the Bureau of Justice Assistance, International Narcotics Law Enforcement Affairs, the United States Department of State Institute for Intergovernmental Affairs. Gang Resistance Education Training Degree Program. The United States Department of Justice, Office of Justice Program, the Office of Juvenile Justice and Legal Prevention, October 2009 National Youth Gang Center, which has been funded by the Office of Juvenile Justice and Legal Prevention since 1995, merged with the National Gang Center, which has been funded by the Bureau of Justice since 2003. The National Gang Center compilation of state laws and gang prevention overview research program. Mr. James said, how the Office of Juvenile Justice and Legal Prevention, the United States Department of Justice, Bureau of Justice, Office of Juvenile Justice and Legal Prevention, National Gang Center book, and the title of the book, History of Street Gangs in the United States. You go to quick reference, Wikipedia, and you can find the same information, title of gangs in the United States. In the history of Chicago, you don't see no bloodstone villas and no limestone. You don't see no blood gang, no crip gang in the history of Chicago. Nowhere. Them East Coast bitches, they instigated all that stuff. The United States Department of Justice, Office of the United States Attorney, 1457, Criminal Street Gang Statute 18, United States Code 521. The United States Department of Justice, Federal Bureau Investigating National Gang Intelligence Center. The United States Department of Justice, Organized Crime and Gang Section. And then you have other federal, state, and local aid. The United States Department of Justice, Office of Justice Program, National Institute of Justice, Anti-Gang Strategy, Prevention, Intervention, Assessment, and Suppression. The United States Department of Justice, Office of Justice Program, National Institute of Justice. The United States Department of Health and Human Services, the Center for Disease Control and Prevention, National Center for Injury Prevention and Control, change the court preventing gang members shall also striving to reduce youth violence everywhere. The United States Department of Justice, United States Department of Education, United States Department of Health and Human Services, United States Department of Health and Urban Development, United States Department of Labor, and the White House Office of National Drug Control Policy, National Forum, Youth Violence Prevention Forum. You can go to youth.gov and inform about the youth. That's the National Forum, Youth Violence Prevention Forum, as well as the Comprehensive Anti-Gang Initiative, the Comprehensive Gang Model. The United States Department of Justice, Bureau of Justice System, National Crime Prevention Council, keep kids out of gang. Also, the United States Department of Justice, anti-hazing. You can go to lawyers.com and be informed about anti-hazing. Now these are some of the organizations that they're trying to help the United Nations to end and to stop all the crimes they be committing. Amnesty International, Human Rights Watch, Global Rights Frontline, Defending Human Rights Without Frontiers, International for Human Rights. Conservation International, Wildlife Conservation Society, Conservation Fund, Legal Conservation Board, Earth Watch Institute for Service Association, Earth Justice Conservation Volunteer. Wildlife Conservation Network, Endangered Wildlife Trust, Biodiversity, Nature Conservation Association, Bird Species Conservation Center, Wildlife Research and Conservation Trust, Rainforest Trust, the International Rainforest Conservation Organization, Rainforest Alliance, Rainforest Action Network. Biodiversity International, Earth Day Network, Environmental Defense Fund, Friends of the Earth, Friends of Nature, Greenpeace, the Nature Conservative Wildlife Conservation Society. Soil and Water Conservation, Clean Water Action, World Water Council, Marine Conservation Institute, Marine Conservation Alliance, Ocean Preservation Society, Ocean Society, Global Ocean Commission, the International Marine Life Alliance. You see in the history of Chicago, you see how all these African Americans, you know, all the trials and tribulations, all the poverty that African Americans left the South, you know, looking for a better life, and then got up there to the north, like to Chicago, and had to face all this discrimination, and it was just more poverty. You understand? Just more poverty. You know what I mean? Life didn't get better. You know, all the public housing projects in the slums in Chicago. Life didn't get better. You had to make it better. You know, they tried to make it better. Like I was reading in Chicago history, Chicago Gang History.com. It was saying, like, you know, the Imperial chaplains and the clovers, and, you know, the Egyptian cobras and the vice lords. You know, when they started, they didn't start out as a gang. They started out as social clubs, and they tried to, you know, to better That's what they was in. They did. They really did. They tried to intend to make life better for the African American, the blacks, the African Americans who were living at that time on the west side of Chicago, as well as other parts of Chicago. All these African Americans, they left the South, Louisiana, Mississippi, Arkansas, Tennessee, Kentucky, Missouri. You understand? Texas, and Oklahoma, and Nebraska, and even left Colorado and Kansas, and so on and so forth. Going up north, and they end up in Chicago. See, when you read about the 40 thieves, what's that, history of street gangs in the United States, you read about the 40 thieves. Well, see, the 40 thieves, they moved to Chicago too. They moved to Chicago. The whites that was on the east, the 13 colony, and how the 40 thieves, the first gang, recognized gang, and all the other ones that was up there in New York and the Northeast, they moved to Chicago. Because African Americans for many, many years were slaves, oppressed, and even after slavery, were oppressed. And so moving to Chicago, after World War II, and going to Chicago, and that's who you encountered. Later on, they ain't necessarily call themselves the 40 Thieves, but it was them gangs, them white gangs, and that's what they taught the African Americans, because you ain't had no education. That's what they taught you, to be a gangster and a mobster. And also that so-called devil worship. No such thing as worshiping the devil. There's no such thing. Never has been. There was nowhere in the Bible, in the Old Testament or the New Testament, does God tell you to worship Satan or the devil. There's no such thing. It's a lie. It's a lie. Having a hard time, you're having a hard time in the jail, and you're having a hard time on the street talking about some devil worship. There's no such thing. this is the International Bill of Human Rights. This is the Convention on Elimination of All Forms of Discrimination Against Women. And this is the Declaration of the Rights of the Child. And this is the United Nations Convention on the Rights of the Child. And this is the world's oldest human rights organization, Anti-Slavery International. And this is the International Federation for Human Rights. And this is the world's oldest international conservation organization, BirdLife International. And this is Fauna and Flora International, was the world's first international wildlife conservation organization. And this is the world's oldest global environmental organization, International Union for Conservation of Nature, and also the World Wildlife Fund. Now this is a list of place names of Native American origin in the United States. For example, state name: Alabama, Alaska, Arizona, Arkansas, Connecticut, Hawaii, Idaho, Illinois, Iowa, Kansas, Kentucky, Massachusetts, Michigan, Minnesota, Mississippi, Missouri, Nebraska, New Mexico, North and South Dakota, Ohio, Oklahoma, Tennessee, Texas, Utah, Wisconsin, Wyoming. And scroll down to the bottom where it says see also, and you'll see a list of place names of indigenous origin in America. Now remember we were talking about piracy and the pirates. You see, when we be talking about all that devil worship and Satan and Islam and all that other junk, it's all lies. All lies. This is piracy and pirates. Now, the United States Department of Justice, the Office of Juvenile Justice, the Delinquency Prevention, the Bureau of Justice Assistance, the National Gang Center Bulletin, and the title of that bulletin, History of Street Gangs in the United States, written by Mr. James C. Howard and Mr. John P. Moore. Now you can go to the quick reference, Wikipedia, and you can find that same information, and it'll be titled Gangs in the United States. Saul from Tarsus, the self-proclaimed Apostle Paul, a liar, a murderer, the devil. He wrote all those epistles, and in those epistles he called himself an apostle. We know, we go to the book of Acts, he is being exposed for being what he is, a devil, a lying, murdering devil. Now, those man-made religious organizations, they use those epistles that Saul from Tarsus, the self-proclaimed Apostle Paul, wrote to lie. For example, one of the verses that Saul from Tarsus, self-proclaimed Apostle Paul, wrote, Romans chapter 16, verse 16, salute one another with the holy kiss, the church with the suffix ES, but Christ salutes you. Another verse that Saul from Tarsus, the self-proclaimed Apostle Paul, wrote that the man-made religious organization used to lie. 2 Thessalonians chapter 1 verse 4, so that we ourselves glory in you in the church with the suffix ES of God for your patient faith and all your persecution and tribulation that ye endure. Be lying. All lies. It's a lie. It's a lie. There's no such thing. It's a lie. No such thing. No such thing. It's a lie. Having a hard time in the jail, they having a hard time on the street. There's no such thing. Them East Coast bitches. All lies. It's a lie. There's no such thing as a lie. All lies. All lies. It's a lie. It's a lie. All lies. All lies. I'm going to be reading from the book of Matthew, chapter 8, verses 23 through 27. Again, that's Matthew chapter 8, verses 23 through 27, and read. And when he was entering into his ship, his disciples followed him. And behold, there arose a great tempest in the sea, insomuch that the ship was covered with the waves, but he was asleep. And his disciples came to him and awoke him, saying, Lord, save us, we perish. And he said unto them, Why are ye fearful, O ye of little faith? Then he arose and rebuked the winds and the sea, and there was a great calm. But the men marveled, saying, What manner of man is this, that even the winds and the sea obey him? And again, that was read from the book of Matthew chapter 8, verses 23 through 27. We'll write it down. See, this is the reason why when you be talking about all that devil and worship and all that Western esotericism and all that junk, you just be lying. You be lying. All that junk you just be lying. man-made religion orders that you just be lying. Just like Saul from Tarsus, the self-proclaimed apostle, God calling himself an apostle, a sinner. They're making up all them churches. You just be lying, it's only one church. You be persecuting the church. The church being persecuted and being persecuted. Who told you that the church was wrong? Who told you that? Who told you that the church was wrong? Some black Hebrew Israelites. Who told you that the church was wrong? Who told you that? Who told you that? Who told you that the church, and who told you that the church was like destroyed? No, the church ain't destroyed. It's all these lies. The church has been persecuted, and the church is being persecuted by the devil, by lying. And you're doing the same thing, lying. Now, I'm doing lying. See, this is how you know a person be lying. When God had already told you in his word, no such thing. It ain't no such thing you worship no devil and doing all that evil junk. God told you. I just showed it to you. You saw it. See, here it is again. God telling you. I never said that. I never told God first command. What's the first command? What's the first command? See, God told you. Even in the 10th command, God told you. Thou shalt have no other God but me. God told you in the word, said you be lying. You be lying. Talking about some devil worship. You be lying, and here we go again. But God comes and telling you over and over again. No such thing as the devil. No such thing. God comes to tell you over and over. No such thing. It's what you see. Satanism. You're a big liar. That's all you doing, lying. You want to be punished by God like the devil. You want to be punished by God, just don't kill yourself. That's the attitude you're going to have. So see right here, God tell you, I got to prepare a place for you to bless you. For you to be blessed. For you to be blessed. Eternally. No such thing being a Christian. It's the occult. See? It's not right to lie. There's no such thing being a Christian. It's the occult. This was the start of the end right here. See, John Mark in 13:13, Acts 13:13, he went back to Jerusalem and went and told you. That right there? For all you people that keep running your mouth talking about some Christian. This the end right here. Right here. Acts chapter 15, verse 22. That's the end right there. That's the end of it. There's no such thing as being a Christian. No such thing. You be lying. There's no such thing. Acts chapter 15, verse 22. That was the end of it. That was the end of it. Like I said, that's the end of it. That was the end of it. No such thing. It's a big lie. Keep studying the first century. Keep studying the first century. Them drug using and abusing first century Catholics. All that fantasizing that they were doing in the first century. They were drug users and abusers. Some dope heads. See, Saul from Tarsus, the self-proclaimed Apostle Paul, lied. He lied. In Acts chapter 21, the Jews that believe in the Jews amongst the Gentiles, he lied. Then here he go again. He lied about his conversion. He wasn't no apostle. He never was no apostle. He lied. He was lying. He's an occultist, a so-called devil worker. He was lying. Again, he lied about his conversion. See, God showing you in His Word. God showing you in the Old Testament, New Testament. I never told you to listen to the devil. You listen to me. So all you East Coast bitches, see, that's the reason why you having a hard time on the street and having a hard time in jail. Webster's Third New International Dictionary, the complete total definition of meaning of the word gang, the act, manner, or means of going. The stupid soror and that stupid return this sister. And this is brother. Oxford English Dictionary, the complete and total definition and meaning of the word gang, action or mode of going, way, passage, a set of things or persons. sororities through fraternity. Now these are just a few of the free logo design websites you can go to make anti-gang logo. Before I end my video, I want to just make sure it ain't right to lie. And God told you, don't listen to the devil. Now, Acts chapter 2, all that stuff about speaking in tongues. Let me see, in verse number 3 and 4. And there appeared unto them cloven tongues like as of fire, and it set upon each of them, and they were all filled with the Holy Ghost, and began to speak with other tongues, and the Spirit gave them utterance. And there was dwelling in Jerusalem Jews, devout men out of every nation under heaven. Now this was noise abroad, the multitude came together and were confounded, because every man heard them speak in his own language. And they were all amazed and marveled. And they were all amazed and marveled, saying one to another, Behold, are not all these which speak Galilean? How hear we every man in our own tongue, wherein we were born? Parthians and Medes and Edomites and the dwellers in Mesopotamia and in Judea and Cappadocia and Pontus and Asia, Persia and Pamphylia and Egypt and the parts of Libya about Cyrene, and strangers of Rome, Jews and proselytes, Greeks and Arabians, we do hear them speak in our tongues the wonderful works of God. And they were all amazed and were in doubt, saying one to another, What meaneth this? Others mocked and said, These men are full of new wine. But Peter, standing up with the left, lifted up his voice and said unto them, Ye men of Judea, and all ye that dwell at Jerusalem, be this known unto you, and hearken to my words. For these are not drunken, as ye suppose, seeing it but the third hour, but this is that which was spoken by the prophet Joel. And it shall come to pass in the last days, saith God, I will pour out of my spirit upon all flesh, and your sons and your daughters shall prophesy, and your young men shall see visions, and your old men shall dream dreams. And on my servants and on my handmaid I will pour out in those days of my spirit, and they shall prophesy, and I will shew wonders in heaven above, and signs in the earth beneath, blood and fire and vapor smoke. The sun shall be turned into darkness, and the moon into blood before they break in the open day of the Lord come. And it shall come to pass that whosoever shall call on the name of the Lord shall be saved. Ye men of Israel, hear these words, Jesus of Nazareth, man approved of God, among you by miracles and wonders and signs, which God did by him in the midst of you, and ye yourselves also knew him, being delivered by the determined counsel upon our God. Ye have taken, and by wicked hands have crucified and slain, whom God had raised up, having loosed the pains of death, because it was not possible that he should be holding of it. For David speak concerning him, I foresaw the Lord always before my face, for he is on my right hand, that I shall not be moved. Therefore did my heart rejoice, and my tongue was glad. Moreover also my flesh shall rest in hope, because thou wilt not leave my soul in hell, neither wilt thou suffer thou, Holy One, to see corrupt. Thou hast made known to me the ways of life. Thou shalt make me full of joy with thy countenance. Now, time won't permit me, but I want to make sure I read that also. Let me now on this. I'm going to show you how Saul from Tarsus. Now you see how the Apostle Peter and the 11 apostles, they had already addressed it and they had got it straightened out what it meant. Now let's turn to Acts chapter 19. Saul from Tarsus, the self-proclaimed apostle, a lying, murdering devil. Acts chapter 19, start reading verse 1. And it came to pass that while Apollos was at Corinth, Paul, having passed through the upper coast, came to Ephesus and found certain disciples. He said unto them, have ye received the Holy Ghost, since ye believe? And they said unto him, we have not so much as heard whether there be any Holy Ghost. And he said unto them, unto what then were ye baptized? They said, unto John baptism. Then said Paul, John verily baptized with the baptism of repentance, saying unto the people that they should believe on him who should come after him, that is, on Christ Jesus. When they heard this, they were baptized in the name of the Lord Jesus. When Paul had laid his hands upon him, watch this, he a lying, murdering devil. The Holy Ghost came on them, and they spake with tongues and prophesied. He's a lying, murdering devil. They had already got Apostle Peter and the 11 apostles. They had already addressed it. He's a lying, murdering devil. There's no such thing as what you call speaking in tongues. He's a lying, murdering devil. Now, let's go over into Acts chapter 21. We're going to start reading. Verse 17, Acts chapter 21, verse 17. And when we were come to Jerusalem, the brethren received us glad. And the day following, Paul went in with us unto James, that's the apostle James. And all the elders were present, all the apostles, elders in the church, as well as all the other men who had been appointed by the 12 apostles. And when he had saluted them, he declared particular what things God had wrought among the Gentiles by his men. And when they heard it, they glorified the Lord, and said unto him, thou seest, brother, how many thousands of Jews there are which believe. Now when you watch my video, my YouTube video, we went over this, we addressed, we started talking about it, we're going to come back on it. And they are zealous of the law. And they are informed of thee that thou teachest all the Jews which are among the Gentiles to forsake Moses, saying that they ought not to circumcise their children, neither to walk after the customs. What is it therefore? The multitude must needs come together, for they will hear that thou art come. If they had heard that Saul, Paul, was in Jerusalem, they would have killed him. Do therefore this that we say to thee. We have 4 men which have bound them take and purify thyself with them, being punished, and be in charge with them, that they may shake their heads, and all may know that those things whereof they were informed concerning thee are nothing. He had to purify himself. He had to be punished. Saul had lied, and he had to be punished. They were informed concerning are nothing, but that thou thyself walkest orderly When you walk orderly, that means what? Keep your mouth closed and listen to the elders of the church, to the 12 apostles, and listen to the elders in the church. You listen. Don't nobody gotta listen to you. You ain't got no business writing no epistles. You not no apostle. You lying. That's what it means to walk orderly. And keep us the law. Keep us the law. You ain't got no business writing no epistles. You not no apostle. He was lying. As touching the Gentile which believe, we have written and concluded. What part of it you don't understand? That they observe no such thing, save only that they keep themselves from things offered to idols, and from blood, and from strangle, and from fornication. Then Paul took the men, and the next day purified himself with them, and into the temple to signify the accomplishment of the days of purification, until that an offering should be offered for every one of them. And when the 7th day were almost in, the Jews which were of Asia, when they saw him in the temple, stirred up all the people and laid hands on him, crying out, men of Israel, this is the man that teaches all men everywhere against the people in the law, in this place in front of brought Greeks also into the temple, and have polluted this holy place. For they had seen before with him in the city Trophimus and the Ephesians, whom they supposed that Paul had brought into the temple, and all the city was moved, and the people ran together, and they took Paul and drew him out of the temple, and forthwith the doors were shut, and as they went about to kill him, tidings came unto the chief captain of the band that all Jerusalem was in an uproar, who immediately took soldiers and centurions and ran down unto them, and when they saw the chief captain and the soldiers, they left beating of Paul. But even before then, the Jews that believed, they wanted to kill him for the lie he had told to the Jews amongst the Gentiles. Now, like I said at the beginning of my video, when it comes to the Jews, God never told the people to be a Jew. You know that, and I know that. The Old Testament, God didn't tell nobody, especially the children of Israel, to be a Jew. That those Afro-Asiatic people that worship the devil, the Muslims, the one who submitted their will to do the will of God, that's who was a Jew. That what Islam is, a Judaism, anti-submission to the will of God. That's Judaism. In the Old Testament, that what Judaism was, because who was the Jew? It was the people who were going around worshiping other gods. That's where it came from. It went to children of Israel, see, over a period of time. The children, remember the children of Israel got put in bondage. And then over a period of time, what you call Judaism became prevalent because the customs of the children of Israel was adopted, incorporated into what you call today Judaism. But God never told the children of Israel to be no Jew or no Judaism. So I'll leave on that. But as you can see, God didn't tell you to worship no devil. God didn't tell you to worship no devil. See all that lying. So you East Coast bitches, that devil, that lying, talking about some devil worship, no such thing. That's the reason why you're having a hard time on the street. That's the reason why you're having a hard time in the jail for lying. Now I'm gonna get ready to end my video. Again, my name is Eric D. Johnson, also on BrightShine. I live right here in the city of Memphis, in the county Sheridan, in the state of Tennessee. Thank all my family, my support for your routine encouragement. I'm working on my music and so, and come back on my next day off, and we're gonna pick back up where I left off. Until next time, take care of yourself. Meet each and every one of you real big.